Wasted opportunities and that moment that you can't get through. A question from somebody who is going through that right now, and after watching my videos, they thought they'd, shoot me an email and ask me, how do I get through it? How do I deal with it? And what's a good way to deal with it? And my answer on wasted opportunities always comes down to integrity. Roll it. Welcome back to another video where we are exploring this whole wasted opportunity and how the emotions get the best of us. Sometimes we sit there and we ask ourselves the why, we go through that, and the feeling, it's like a gut-wrenching feeling, like somebody just punched you and you can't get over that punch feeling in the gut. Now it's critical to understand that this will happen quite often. It's not gonna just be with certain moments that it pops up. It will happen with different areas of our life. Business, careers, relationships, and it will always happen, and it usually happens either at a time when you're least expecting it or a time where you are expecting it and you're expecting big things, and then boom, it's wasted. And then your question is, why? The emotion we're experiencing is part of a regret, but it's also part of our own understanding of what we could have done and the more effort we could have put into it. And of course, that little thing of wasted time, the time that we could have spent more at redirecting our energy, our positive energy instead of negative energy, and really focusing on the task at hand. Now, what are some things we can do right away to get over a wasted opportunity? Understand that a wasted opportunity occurred because we did not execute on certain things that we know we should have executed on. Number one is to always look at why was it a wasted opportunity? What was not in that process, in that flow, in that mindset that we had? What wasn't there that should have been there in order for us to succeed on that wasted opportunity? This isn't to really put ourselves down and call ourselves an idiot and all that stuff. This is really to say to ourselves, what did I do wrong so that I don't repeat the mistake? As I was reminded this weekend by somebody who was coaching me through a situation, and they were very close to me, so they were really open and really like, oh, you gotta do this, it's time. And I was kind of like, no. And it was one of those things, that moment that you needed somebody to really like give you a sweet kick in the ass and get you moving in the right direction. And our mindset really came down to that thinking of, I calculate too much, I do too much calculations, and I'll repeat that process of events that occurred, that flow of events that occurred, and I keep trying to find the why. Even though I know the why, I'm trying to find more reasonings to the why, and really I've already developed it right off the bat. So don't dwell over things. This is number two. We can't dwell. We can't be thinking, oh, I did this, and then revisit the story, recalculate the story, renegotiate with yourself on what occurred. We need to look at it from a logical perspective and ask ourselves, what occurred? How did it occur? What was the reasoning? Now that we have the reasoning, let's put some things in place, some steps, some rules, self-rules based on our values, based on our integrity, and make sure that we carry forward with our integrity on those values, on those rules, such that we don't repeat that occurrence from happening again. So now that our integrity is in line, we can now set up our trigger points, where when a same occurrence comes by us, the same opportunity comes by us, or a similar occurrence or opportunity comes by us, now we have this trigger and we know that, hey, I'm gonna stick to my integrity. I know what to do, and I'm not gonna break it for the emotion that is coming up on us. This question that came was based on an emotional side of things, and this is where we tend to fall away from integrity. Integrity is critical when we have different opportunities come up, because emotions get the best of us. If we look at this from a perspective of business, careers, or if we look at it from our personal life, it's emotions that get the best of us. And then we fall off our game, we fall off who we are, we don't follow our main pursuit and our purpose and mission in life, and then all of a sudden we make the wrong decisions and the loop happens again. Will you go through this loop several times in your life on the same different types of opportunities? Yes, but this is what occurs. You have more opportunities that come up. We learn from each opportunity. So our goal here and our step 3 is to make sure that our integrity stays intact, such that when the emotion comes in, we can say, hey, hang on, emotion, I know you're there. I'm gonna hug you, I'm gonna squeeze you, I'm gonna keep you comfortable while I get through this moment and take advantage of the opportunity instead of watching it walk away. And then we're stuck going, oh, we lost it again. Now for me personally, this happened quite a bit. When I was learning how to keep it in check and really be centered and have a stronghold on me, it was hard to get through this emotion. This is not an overnight thing. This is especially seen in everybody when we have relationships with any number of people. It doesn't matter if they're personal relationships, the romantic relationships, the friendship relationships, the family relationships, the emotions take over. And in these relationships, we end up letting emotions get the best of us. And instead of sticking to integrity, we start to fall apart and we make that wrong decision, and then we regret it, and the loop starts over again. And where we sit there and we go, okay, we start calculating and we start planning out how we're not going to get into the situation again, and yet there we are again. It takes time. It's not an overnight thing. It takes time to practice and practice and practice. You will feel the pain and you'll remember all those opportunities that were wasted. However, it gets easier once you start sticking to that integrity, you start sticking to your values and to that mission and purpose in life. Because now every decision you make, you become more and more confident that you're making the right one. And then your emotions, no matter how long they're there and how much it hurts, you know that integrity is going to bring you through it and give you a better opportunity down the road. If this is your first time here, my name is Nikos Rentas. This is thementorsapproach.com. Hit a like, hit a subscribe. Let me know what was one of those wasted opportunities that you kind of regret, and how did you get over it, and how do you typically get over it, and based on this, what's a good way that you found yourself getting over things like wasted opportunities? Leave a comment below. Maybe somebody will read it, and who knows, they find some learning from it, and it can help them go through whatever they're going through at the moment.
Snow again.